this evening's women's basketball game here in the Arc Arena between the Bears from St. Joseph's College, Brooklyn, and your Baruch College Bearcats. At this time, we ask everyone to please stand. We will honor America with the singing of the national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's meet tonight's starters. First for St. Joseph's College, Brooklyn. A senior forward from Brooklyn, 00 Fatima Mansour. A junior guard from Union Beach, New Jersey, #2 Alexis Green. #4 Jenny Romino. A junior center from Brooklyn, New York, #11 Ikomine Adeoye. And a senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, #33, Kelly O'Donnell. The head coach of the Bears is Tom Flahan, and the assistant coach, Anthony Rizzo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starters for your Baruch College Bearcats. A freshman guard from Castillo, New York, #2, Angela Carla. A freshman guard from Brooklyn, New York, #3, Lisa Leon. A freshman guard from the Bronx, #23, Leah Castillo. A junior guard from the Bronx, #12, Val Mitchie. And a junior guard from Brooklyn, New York, #13, Billy Lee. Head coach of the Bearcats in his fourth year, Michael Petrosis. The assistant coaches, Alicia Over and Anna Aravangelis. Now let's play ball.
Good evening, New York City, and welcome to the season opener of your Baruch Bearcats versus St. Joseph's College. We are moments away here at the Arc Arena as basketball is back here in New York, and the women look to get off on a quick start here in the first non-conference matchup of the year. Alongside Brian Flannery, I'm David Just, and we got a good night of basketball here at the Arc Arena. How's it going, Brian? Welcome back to the Arc.
Thank you, David. It's great to be back, and great to be back on the air together.
So we are moments away from tip-off. The Bears of St. Joseph's will be going right to left here in the first quarter, wearing dark blue aways with gray trim. Your Baruch Bearcats will be in their home whites with light blue trim. It's been a while, but we've been waiting to say basketball is back here at Baruch. And ball's fought for, and it's won by the Bearcats. Baccarella into the front court. Quick to Michi for the easy layup. And quick transition basketball off the tip, and Bearcats take a quick 2-0 lead.
Baruch wasted no time to get started here.
And it was almost like the Bears won the tip and Baruch was really able to come away with it as the ball was loose. As the Bears quickly go to the basket.
They'll be interested to see the transition game, and clearly looks like the Bearcats' approach here early on to push the ball early, and they're going to call a travel there on Michi. Not sure I saw the second step.
So quick end-to-end action here in the first 30 seconds of basketball. As Alexis Breen brings it into the front court. Valmichi all over her. Baruch really going with a 4-guard lineup tonight with only Mia Castillo at the forward. Breen has it now. Takes the pick from O'Donnell, going left around another pick there from by Mansour, and now that's inside to Adoye, and that is going to be a turnover as it's too many seconds, and it'll be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, good job by the Bearcats defense, forcing the shot clock violation. And again, interested to see how much pace the Bearcats can play with throughout this game. Clearly seems to be a little bit of the game plan early on as there's a jumper from the foul line, and that one's good.
So Mia Castillo knocking down her first shot. And it's a 2-point lead here in the early going for the Bearcats. Also very curious to see how Baruch looks with a new lineup.
Yeah.
This year, 10 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and 2 juniors with no seniors on the squad currently. Ball played inside. Nice move there by Kelly O'Donnell, and she'll go to the line for a chance with the and-1 play. Foul there is going to be on number 2, Angela Baccarella.
And yeah, David, going back to that point, definitely going to be exciting to see what Coach Katrozos can do over the next 4 years with a freshman-laden squad like this.
Yeah, a lot to build with, and you bring back Ebel Haupt from a couple years back, so definitely a little bit of veteran leadership, but the team as a whole, to your point, has a chance to grow together.
Absolutely.
Also, going through some research for the game, a lot of 4-year high school varsity starters, so the team definitely has experience playing, and we'll just see how they gel at this level. Nice offensive board there by the Bearcats. Straightaway threes, no good by Leung, and the Bears come away with it. 3-pointer there by left wing by Breen, off back rim, rebounded by Baruch. And Leung going to push into the front court, gives it up to Michie, quickly guarded there by number 4, Provino on the Bears. Ball inside to Castillo, and it's going to be a kick ball, and it'll stay with Baruch underneath. Just to go back to that other play on the other end there, the and-1, Brian, I feel like at that point when you have someone like Mansour or even O'Donnell at both at 5'10", get the ball that deep, you have to be smart about not fouling there because they're going to have some size in the paint.
Absolutely, as the Bearcats are able to convert there. But, yeah, we've seen this team play undersized and try to out-athletic everyone on the perimeter and really kind of make up for it with some speed. So it seems to be similar DNA coming out here in 2021. But definitely worth watching down the stretch to see how the Bearcats can kind of play some small ball but still keep those bigger forwards at bay.
And a nice turnover there caused by the Bearcats. It's going to be Castillo to Michi for the lay-in and able to convert. And Baruch lead by 3, a little bit coming up on 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Breen gives it back to Provino. Long three. And that's going to be way short.
And you certainly like the confidence stepping into that long 3. That one just came up a little bit short.
We've seen the Bears have a number of possessions end in a 3 attempt. Haven't been hitting so far, but Baruch's really been able to force them deep outside the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
Leung up top, ball swung out to Michi. She thinks about 3 and she'll pull and she knocks it down. Val Michi. Already been correction, they changed that to a 2. They said the foot was on the line. Sorry about that on the far side there.
But certainly close there as Val Michi pulling from deep early.
And, in the early going, really noticing Michi getting confidence here. A couple of layups, hitting that jump shot. Nice steal there. I think that was Baccarella who comes away with it, and she'll push into the front court. Into Yee, right inside to Michi, who's able to lay it in for 2. Nice ball movement there by the Bearcats. And with 3:37 gone here in the first quarter, Coach Flahive wants a timeout. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. St. Joe's calling a timeout, thinking stuff over as Baruch went on a little bit of a run there to stretch the lead to 7 here in the early going. Breen into the front court. Pass knocked away by Michi. Looking for O'Donnell on the side, and it'll be Bears ball side out on the far side. And you got to like the Bearcats really make it a little bit of an environment here. The bench getting loud for Baruch as Breen has it up top for the Bears. Covered by Michi. That ball to Provino. Deep three again, short. Nice box out there by Yee, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
And David, early on, just a big takeaway here is how the Bearcats are going to Val Michi on the offensive end. She was able to make a big impact back in 2020. She was coming off the bench, but definitely a big part of that rotation. And now without Melinda Spaiu, definitely seems to be one of the primary offensive options here for Coach Catrozzo. So we'll see if a big year out of Val Michi, Millie Yee, and hopefully some of these new freshmen who just joined the squad.
And just like that, a shot there from the left wing by Mia Castillo knocks it down from three, and the Bearcats extend their lead. Breen trying to drive, comes into a bunch of arms. I think that was Millie Yee. Ooh, nice steal there by Deludi, who just checked into the game. Into Yee, who throws it right into the hands of Provino, but it goes off her and will stay with the Bearcats underneath. And Sofia Encarnacion will check into the game as Alyssa Leung comes to the bench.
And Leung just bringing a ton of pace to this offense, David. Really hard for St. Joe's to kind of keep up with that transition.
And already seeing a bit more of a deeper bench from Coach Catrozzo's here in the first quarter as the Castillo shot's a little short. Rebounded there by Mansour for the Bears. Up ahead to Provino on the left wing. She'll pull again, and it's going to be a travel back to the Bearcats. So the shot didn't go in, but the shot won't count anyway, and it'll be Bearcats ball right in front of their own bench.
And David, with such a young team, I think there's a little bit of trial and error, but certainly kind of seeing what lineups here work the best. And then, like you said, Coach Catrozzo's going pretty deep to his bench early on, which you like to see from a rotation standpoint.
Castillo, right wing jumper, shot's a little short, and O'Donnell comes away with the rebound, and she'll quickly push up ahead. Oh, it looks like Mansour may have fallen over on the transition play, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
So Leung checking right back in.
And Castillo will come to the bench, so not quite a like-for-like substitution, but with Deludi in already at the 5, you're able to bring back in another guard, which has worked for them here in the early going. Ooh, Leung pass trying to get inside. That's tipped away. She's able to get the ball back, but it's now into the corner. Back to Leung on the wing. Ball's quickly moving. Deludi straightaway shot, a little too short, and it's Breen with the rebound. Encarnacion picks her up full length of the court. Provino tries to get inside to O'Donnell, is able to create position. Now back out to Mansour. Ball swung around. Left wing 3 by Kennedy is no good, and it's going to be Baruch who comes away with it. Leung now to Deludi. High off glass, no good. Leung, bats it down around, and it's going to be Kennedy who comes away with it for the Bears. Up ahead to Provino. Once again, going to shoot from 3. Shots a little deep. And it'll be Encarnacion being requested by Coach Catrozzo to push it up the court. 3-pointer there by Deludi. A little short off left rim. And end-to-end action here at the Arc Arena with 6 minutes gone here in the first as Kennedy brings it into the front court. And it's going to be a jump ball. Nice play there defensively by Val Michi.
And yeah, a lot of back-and-forth basketball there, David, like you said, going end-to-end. As Baruch makes a few subs here. Looks like Natalie Eberhalt is checking back in.
So Val Michi 4-4 from the field and making an excellent play on the defensive end there for the Bearcats.
Bearcats with a 10-point lead, but see if they can capitalize here.
As Millie Yee gets the tossed away pass and able to lay it in for an easy layup, and sloppy play there by the Bears. And Coach Flahive must not like what he's seeing here in the early going from his Bears team.
It almost looked like St. Joe's didn't want to touch the ball for a backcourt violation there, but Millie Yee just able to pick it up at the half court and convert the easy layup. But St. Joe's with the answer.
Baruch lead by 10. It's it's Leung into the front court. Now to Millie Yee. She's going to take too many steps, and that's going to go back the other way. So Baccarella back into the game for the Bearcats as Millie Yee will take a seat. And it'll be Breen to inbound on the far side. Provino. And Breen going to go right to the basket. The ball's knocked away, and will be Bears ball underneath with 23 seconds left on the shot clock. Breen to inbound. O'Donnell opens up underneath. Nope, it's going to go to Mansour, working on Castillo. And it's going to be a foul on Castillo underneath. It's on Mansour. And they're going to call it shooting, so Mansour will go to the line to shoot 2.
First attempt, good.
Mansour off on the second one, rebounded by Castillo, and Baruch will push. Leung has it left wing, looking for options. Over to Castillo, crossover move into the lane. Nice move there, finishes with the left hand.
Great move there by Castillo. Able to shake off the defender with that crossover. Nice easy layup with the left hand.
4 of 6 for 9 points here in the early going. Her and Valmichi have 17 combined of the Baruch's 19. Straight on 3 by Provino is no good, and it gets into the hands of Encarnacion, and she'll push into the front court. Also very interesting what we overheard Coach Flahive talking about as Baruch able to answer on the offensive end with Ebelhaupt, but what he was talking about was to drive the lane, telling his team to drive the lane rather than pull up for 3, and just on that next possession, out we see the 3-point shot, so has to be a little bit frustrating, but to his point, with Baruch a little bit undersized, it makes sense to get into the lane.
Absolutely, and then at that point, you're just looking for the higher percentage shot of the 2, and especially just to establish early.
Correct, and hopefully your defense will then turn around on the defensive end, as Baruch has started off quite well.
So another freshman debut here for the Bearcats. Number 1, Jessica Baldemore checking in. Baruch in control early, but definitely in a game of runs and momentum. Let's see if the Bearcats can string together another one of those 10-point runs here.
And O'Donnell underneath can't finish. Baruch come away with the rebound, and they'll push. Baccarella now up to Castillo. Castillo right into the lane. She gets fouled as she's going in, as she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nice offensive drive there by Mia Castillo. Been very impressed here in the first 8 minutes by the freshman.
Absolutely. Playing with a lot of poise, and especially in your college debut, could be a lot of nerves swerving around, but Castillo doing a really good job of establishing herself early on both sides of the ball nonetheless.
And she'll inbound underneath now to Ebelhaupt. Ball knocked away, and it'll stay with the Bearcats right in front of our scorers table here. And Castillo will have it up top. Ball taken away there by the Bears, and it'll be Kennedy going end to end, and she's able to lay it in. Smart move there by Ebelhaupt not to foul. And Castillo right into the lane. Finds Baldemore, right wing, gives it back up to Ebelhaupt. Right elbow jumper a bit short, and it'll go back to the Bears. So Baruch really struggling to find anything offensively when it hasn't been Castillo or Michi so far. Still 17 of their first 21.
Yeah, we'll like to see what some of the different lineup options they can put together and what works and what can generate some offense here.
Ooh, nice pass by Provino into Gomez. And it's going to be O'Donnell, no good.
Bearcats also doing a nice job of rebounding here on the defensive end. Not seeing a lot of O boards for St. Joe's Brooklyn early on.
And it's Castillo right into the lane. Kicks it out there by Baccarella. Knocks it down, a right wing jumper. And those are her first collegiate points. Ball no good. Baldemore comes away with the rebound. And Baruch will quickly push to the offensive end. Ooh, sloppy play there by Deludi. Leaves it there in the backcourt, but it'll be Baldemore left corner 3, no good. Ball loose on the ground. It's going to be taken away by Baccarella. Still loose on the ground. It's going to be O'Donnell who dives for it, and it'll be a jump ball between O'Donnell and Deludi, and it'll stay with the Bearcats. So with 41.2, they're just clarifying the possession, and it'll stay with the Bearcats. Inbound into Castillo. That play even tricked me, let alone the Bears defense.
Right here in front of us.
Ball swung around the perimeter, trying to get it into Castillo. It's going to go off her last. Nice attempt for an entry play. I just don't think Castillo was set yet to get that pass. That's the kind of position where you want to see her established position.
Yeah, get those 2 feet.
Exact. Yep. Her moving towards the baseline. If that pass is anywhere near the baseline, you're really going to struggle to corral that in. Even if you do, you're very much under the basket.
Yep, but definitely like some of the looks the Bearcats are drawing up here early. And Castillo, once again, just pushing it in transition, catching St. Joe's on the man advantage.
And over to Deludi. And it's crazy. Castillo, no one picked up Castillo until she was at the three-point line. So
Bearcats just able to capitalize in transition.
And the shot was blocked there at the end as Alexis Breen was trying to get it off before the buzzer. So after one, Baruch, great first quarter. They're up 25-10. You're watching Baruch basketball on Facebook Live and on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to Bearcats basketball. If you're just joining us, this is the home opener here at the Arc Arena, the first Bearcats basketball game in 627 days. And we are excited to be back. And it'll be Bears ball in the front court here to start things off in the second quarter as they trail by 15. And if you're the Bears, I think there's a lot you need to do differently in that second quarter, and that definitely wasn't it. As it's going to be a travel on Leung.
Valmichi checking right back in, getting it done on the defensive end, able to, between her and Castillo, able to force that turnover. Bearcats just got called for the travel there, but definitely seeing the defense early on making a big impact.
And the defense has been very good getting in the passing lanes and almost anticipating as the Bears really playing an inside-out game. They're either going for the three or they're trying to get it underneath, and the Bearcats have been able to use their positioning against the St. Joseph's team. And Breen going to the basket. Shot is blocked. Nope, they're going to say it was an air ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. And if you're Coach Flahive in the first quarter, I mean, you got to be upset about some of the stuff that happened. I mean, you didn't play great on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, letting up 25 points against this Bearcat team who shot almost 60% in the first quarter as they missed their second shot here to start the second. But also on the offensive end, not really trying to take advantage of the size, going in deep, and really settling for some deep three-pointers as Provino launches one.
And that one rattles around, no good. But to your point, David, you just want to see the adjustment if you're St. Joe's, but the Bearcats just able to capitalize on some of these matchups and some of these different schematic looks that they're throwing at St. Joe's. So right now, Baruch has the answer, and we'll see if St. Joe's can kind of counterpunch, so to speak, to this early Bearcat lead.
And Kennedy has it up top, moving it out to Provino, who has been shooting a lot tonight, but just not finding the target. 0 of 6 from the field so far, and 0 of 4 from 3.
So Brianna Gomez is able to get the Bears offense going here in the second quarter, converts on that layup. Millie Yee shot a little bit front net. as that one's corralled by St. Joe's.
And it'll be Breen into the front court. O'Donnell goes up, gets fouled on the underneath move by Deluti, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And, David, if you're St. Joe's, that's one of your better looks, just getting the ball down low and making the Bearcats either try to make a play or naturally just draw a foul. So, especially just putting a little bit, slowing down this Bearcat pace. They've been playing full speed since the tip.
Yeah, between O'Donnell, between Mansour, and also with Brianna Gomez, definitely had some ability to get into that paint and do some things. I think it's been their most effective here in the first quarter. I mean, they haven't always converted, but a lot of times they've been able to find that position. And you're 4 or 5 feet from the basket. Those are going to be your high percentage shots.
Absolutely. So they'll look to make that adjustment.
Baruch lead by 11 here with Leung into the front court. Takes kind of a pick from Yee, comes off of that to Baccarella, swung it out to Castillo, now to Michi. Yee into the paint, looking for options.
Foul's going to be on the floor.
Off the ball underneath, so it's going to be Brianna Gomez. It's going to be her first. Yee looks to inbound. Up top to Michi. Has a pick option from Castillo. Instead gives the ball up. Castillo has the top of the key. Castillo takes the pick there. Step back jumper at the free throw line. No good. A little too strong. And Gomez comes away with it. She's double teamed. Ball's loose. She's looking for help. And she's going to call timeout with 7:22 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So the Bearcats forcing a nice timeout there in the far right corner with a bit of a trap on Gomez. So it's going to be Bears ball. And O'Donnell is going to try to bring it into the front court and is able to. As Bucarella all over her.
Another long three.
Baccarella, excuse me. It's going to be a jump ball. Nice hustle play there by Baccarella. And it'll be Bearcats basketball as Encarnacion comes back in. Leung brings it into the front court for the Bearcats. Crossover move, thinks about the shot, gets Provino in the air, kicks it out to Michi. Michi into the lane. Pull-up shot off left rim, no good, and it's Gomez. Oh, ball almost gets stolen there by Encarnacion, but it'll be Provino into the front court.
And Dave, it feels like the Bearcats are almost settling for some of these looks from the elbow. Might be worth either the extra pass or trying to go a little bit down low where they're able to take advantage of that early on.
And I wonder if that's something the Bears talked about, trying to get those. Nice move by Castillo, splitting 2 defenders and able to get it to the basket. You have to wonder if that's something maybe the Bears talked about in that last timeout, really forcing them for those mid-range shots and keeping them out of the paint where they've had so much success.
Yeah, so St. Joe's doing a good job of executing that coming into this second quarter, able to slow down the Bearcats a bit, but Alexis Castillo once again just making a difference as she forces a steal. She's going to push it down the distance of the floor here. And
so that's going to go off the Bearcats last, and it will stay with Baruch. So nice hustle play there, to your point, by by the Bearcats, just unable to finish, but really pushing the tempo as we've seen all game long. Now it's Castillo on the right wing. Too many steps, and it'll go back to the Bears.
And we've seen a lot of those travel calls here early on. Wonder if everyone's just a little bit nervous, opening day jitters, moving a little bit too fast. But once again, Mia Castillo just getting it done on both ends of the floor, creating opportunities for Baruch.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes your feet are just moving a little bit quicker than your brain is, and they're going to call an offensive foul here on the Bears, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. I think a bit of a moving screen, so it'll be Baruch ball on the far side. And Leung brings it into the front court.
Seeing the Bearcats slow things down a bit here.
Val Michi into the lane, quickly swings it around. It's Castillo into the left wing, and she knocks down a three. Mia Castillo having a big game in her first as a Bearcat so far. 16 points on 7 of 10 shooting and 7 rebounds.
Big-time recruit for Coach Catrozos.
And O'Donnell's able to answer at the other end. Nice move there, getting into the lane. And Castillo quickly pushes. Nice full half-court bounce pass. Encarnacion, pull-up shot, no good. O'Donnell comes away with it. Ooh, nice presence of mind there by O'Donnell to see the trailer. Back inside to O'Donnell, and she's fouled by Castillo. And smart foul there by Mia Castillo.
And David Baruch doing a really good job of not even make it easy for St. Joe's to cross the timeline there. So you're just seeing a lot of defensive pressure, and that's certainly going to take a toll on you if you're just trying to advance the ball. Every possession, the Bearcats are picking them up in transition. So we'll see if they keep that same game plan through 4 quarters.
Bringing back into the game for the Bears is O'Donnell once again at the line. And off on the second. It's already her 5th free throw attempt here in the first quarter. And Breen comes away with the steal, and she's fouled on the floor, so it'll be side out underneath and some sloppy play there by the Bearcats on the inbound. Foul quickly again on Mia Castillo, and that's going to be that quick back-to-back fouls. And I wonder if Coach Catrozos will go to the bench to save her a little bit for the second half as Millie Yee comes into the game, and that's exactly what he'll do as Castillo will come to the bench. Now Kennedy gets it. Nope, knocked away underneath on the inbounds by Millie Yee, and it'll stay with the Bears. Kennedy up straight away. Shot no good off left rim, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. It'll be Leung into the front court. Kennedy picks her up. Hand off to Yee. Yee left elbow jumper is good. Knocks that one down. So definitely a shot that the Bears would want the Bearcats to take, but Baruch able to convert.
Yeah, Millie Yee is always a threat from distance and even a little bit with those long twos like we just saw. So giving her that amount of space, she's going to take that just about every time, and she's going to convert.
But if I'm Coach Flahav, I think that's where I want Baruch to be shooting from. You know, don't get inside. They've had trouble keeping Baruch out of the paint. And Baruch haven't really shot the three that much, but definitely not a bad option if you're the Bears.
For sure.
So it'll be Provino to inbound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. St. Joe's are going to have to move quickly here. Kennedy's going to shoot. That's going to be way short. Ball's loose. And Baruch's going to come away with it. They're not going to call the shot clock violation and let Baruch push. They have numbers. Michi going to go right into the lane. Shot's no good. Ball batted around. And it's going to go back to the Bears, saying it's off of Baccarello last. So Fatima Mansour checks back into the game for the Bears as Adeoye comes back out of the game. I'd like to see Adeoye become a little more aggressive on the offensive end, giving the Bears some size, yet not playing 9 minutes at 6 foot, not really not pulling down a board, not really getting your hand really into the game. So definitely want to see a little bit more of her, and I know the Bears would as well.
Yeah, that's definitely when you want to capitalize if you're St. Joe's on some of those size matchups, especially in the low post there, David.
It's very odd as Bree knocks down the first, but you haven't really seen the Bears really capitalize on that area. They've been getting inside well, but when it has been, it's been mostly O'Donnell, and even then, the Bearcats have centered to the line on a few occasions now.
Yep, it almost feels like the Bearcats able to make St. Joe's play their game versus St. Joe's kind of getting away from what their identity looks to be from a roster standpoint.
And I wonder if that's why Coach Quadrozos really wants to push the pace here.
Yep.
As we've seen in the first 2 quarters. As Leung has it now left wing. Nice crossover move. Ball bounces off her knee. She's able to pick it back up. Deludi into the paint. High arcing layup. Ooh, around and out. No good. Mansour, loose ball. And it's going to go off the Bearcats last. And Breen will walk things into the front court. It'll go to Dugan. Dugan looking for options, trying to get it inside to Kennedy. She does. Kennedy, wild shot off glass and in. Nice shot there. Maybe not the shot you want, but that one was able to fall. Encarnacion now. Ball bounced out wide to Yee. Shot no good. Comes to Breen at the free throw line. Breen's going to push. Crossover move. Michi staying with her. Ooh, that looked like a travel. I don't know how she got away with that. Now it's up top to Kennedy. Straightaway 3. Shots no good. Mansour getting the rebound. Nope, she's going to be fouled on the rebound. The foul there is going to be by Deludi.
And again, David, kind of going back to our earlier point, Baruch once again settling for some of those mid-range looks pretty early in the possession rather than kind of working their extra passes and trying to establish a better look. So St. Joe was able to stay in this one despite a really early Bearcat lead.
And Mansour off on the first. And O'Donnell back into the game, so St. Joe's going with some size with O'Donnell and Mansour on the interior. And now Leung has it now. Crossover move at the free throw line. O'Donnell on her. Now Mansour picks up Deludi. Ball swung out to Michi. Back into the corner to Yee. Bounce pass. I don't know who she saw there. Oh, but she's able to get the steal back. Nope. Ball stripped away again. And it's going to be blue basketball, kick ball. I think they're going to say on Yee as she was on the ground. And it's going to be a timeout for the Bearcats with 2:41 remaining. You're watching Baruch basketball against St. Joseph's College of Brooklyn on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and Facebook Live. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. Bearcats lead by 10 with about 2:35 now remaining here in the second quarter. And you hate to see that. The Bearcats in the bonus, so they're going to send the Bears to the line for 2 shots here for the remainder of the quarter.
And, David, I think the Bearcats being in the bonus is kind of a testament to what we were speaking about earlier, just regarding some of those mismatches down low. Brew kind of scrambling late to stop, naturally, those low-post entry passes and some of those shot attempts. So
being a little bit overzealous on that one, and that'll send O'Donnell again to the line. A lot of free throws here in the first quarter, O'Donnell.
So St. Joe's breaks down that double-digit scoring lead, but not before they pick up the foul in transition on Millie Yee.
Mia Castillo checking back into the game. Has to be smart here, though, already working with a pair of fouls. Oh, excuse me. They only gave her one foul. I guess they changed that earlier on. I definitely thought she had back-to-back fouls there in the second quarter, forcing her to the bench. And now Castillo kicks it outside to Michi. Shot three, no good. Baltimore gets the rebound and able to finish with the left hand. The first we've seen of Jessica Baltimore.
And David, one of the better offensive possessions we've seen here in the second quarter, establishing a nice three look, and then Baltimore able to crash the boards, pick up the offensive rebound, and finish on the layup.
Baruch now in transition with Encarnacion. Shot a little too strong, and it's going to be O'Donnell who comes away with the board. You got to be careful not to foul here. And they're going to say she did, and that'll send O'Donnell back to the line to shoot two more. So down in a game like this by 11, free shots is not really what you want to see if you're the Bearcats.
Absolutely, and it's exactly what you want to see if you're St. Joe's. Kind of slowed the clock down, slow down what was an early Bearcat lead pretty much unanswered. But once again, St. Joe's just able to chip away.
And O'Donnell now going to the line for what is going to be her 8th and 9th free throw of the first half. So definitely getting her opportunities as she's off on the first. Only 5 of 8 so far from the free throw line. And knocks down the second, make it 6 of 9. So it'll be Castillo running point now, bringing it into the front court. Ooh, nice pass there. I don't even think Val Michi was ready for it, and it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Nice find there by Castillo, though, as Michi would have been wide open underneath.
Yeah, great entry pass, threading the needle there. Able to find Michi on the post, but to your point, David, I think such a good pass. Val might not even been ready for that one, as
Dugan not able to knock down the three, and the lead cut to 7.
Castillo slowing up the offense here.
Nice pick there by Grant. Ooh, ball around and out, no good.
Yeah, Shantara Grant with a nice look.
And the shot short there by Breen, straight on. As not only have the Bears really struggled from the field, only shooting 25%, they're currently 1 of 16 from downtown.
Especially when the three ball is not falling, you got to look for some different avenues to put some points on the board.
So Mia Castillo has it up top now. Handoff from Michi. Baltimore has it, working to get inside. A little too strong, and she's fouled on the shot. So go to the line for 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough look there for Baltimore coming in. You want to try to find some glass, going with that straightaway baseline angle. But fortunately, she's able to pick up the foul.
Late whistle there, too. I thought the ball was already coming
down.
Yeah,
I was going to say it's a little bit of a late call, but the Bearcats will certainly take it as they look to reestablish their early lead.
You're very impressive by the Bears slowly chipping away.
Yeah.
Here as they're outscoring the Bearcats of Baruch 17-9, but Baruch able to get it off the board after missing those free throws. Yee into the paint, air ball. Shot no good. She was the only one I think that might have chased a rebound. We kind of got a block there from the referee, but I think no one else really collapsing on that rebound as it goes back to the Bears with 40 seconds left. Trailing by 7. Dugan fakes the shot, gets Grant in the air, now gives it out to Mansour. Handoff to O'Donnell. O'Donnell a 3. Off back iron, no good. It'll go back to Val Michi. Gonna push the tempo. Michi going straight to the basket and able to finish. Nice play there by Breen not to foul. And if they want to hold here, they can have last shot. Nope, they'll go in transition. Underneath to Mansour, a little short on the layup. Nice push there from Breen to O'Donnell to Mansour, who was just not able to get the basket. And now Castillo will have the ball in her hand. Last 7 seconds left. Call it 5. Castillo to the paint. Off back iron, no good. Ball's loose. O'Donnell's going to throw the heave. Nope, it'll be late and no good. So at the end of the first half, Baruch are up by 9 after squandering what was a 15-point lead here in the first. Still holding on, and we'll have second half action for you in just a few moments. You're watching the not only the home opener, the season opener for the Baruch Bearcats on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and on Facebook Live. And welcome back for the second half action of Baruch basketball. It is the season openers, the home opener here at the Arc Arena for your Baruch Bearcats as they lead by 9 with the second half to play alongside Brian Flannery. And Brian, up by 15 after the first, kind of let their foot off the pedal a little bit here, did the Bearcats, and really looking to ramp stuff up here in the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah, you saw St. Joe's force some low percentage Bearcat shots that they kind of settled for throughout most of that second quarter, but they were able to capitalize on some nice layups down the stretch, and now we'll see what they throw at St. Joe's here in the second half.
And the Bearcats will start with the ball. It'll be Leung into Castillo, who had an impressive first half. They're going to say it was a nice defensive play there. I think it was by O'Donnell underneath. And it'll go back to the Bears, forcing the tie-up. An impressive first half for Castillo as she had almost a double-double, 16 and 8. Throwing 5 assists, so really
on 7 for 11 nonetheless.
Having a really strong first half. Also, Val Michi had 10 for the Bearcats. In terms of St. Joseph's, Kelly O'Donnell led the way with 10 points, 5 boards, and she really found herself getting to the line, 6 of 9 from the free throw line.
Yeah, she did a really good job of keeping St. Joe's in this one when it looked like it could have been all Baruch in that second quarter.
As the Bearcats able to force a turnover, be Michi into the front court. She'll slow things up, look for Leung. Leung right into the paint, kicks it outside to Yee. Nice ball moving by the Bearcats. Sloppy, no-look bounce pass by Yee as she had Castillo on the baseline.
Yeah, it almost looked like Yee wanted Castillo to make that backdoor cut, kind of leading her to the basket, but...
And that's going to be a quick timeout for Coach Katrozos, not liking what he's seeing. So 42 seconds in, Baruch will take a timeout. We'll be right back with Bearcats basketball. You're watching on Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and Facebook Live. So Coach Katrozos really letting his team have it there during the timeout, trying to talk things over and get stuff righted here in the early part of the third quarter. And you got to like that. You reset the expectation. Young team,
yeah,
haven't been playing together.
And again, definitely some inevitable growing pains just as far as getting some of that chemistry established, but nonetheless, you're seeing a lot of good things out of this young Bearcat team on both ends of the floor.
Nice defensive play there by Michi to knock it out of bounds right in front of the Bears bench. Provino trying to give it inside to O'Donnell, able to corral the ball, has 2 on her. Wild hook shot, no good, and it's the Bearcats who come away with it. It'll be Castillo into the front court. Nice bounce pass to Leung. Ooh, trying to go right back to Castillo. And it's going to go to the Bears instead as the ball skips past everybody out of bounds.
Again, you like to see that look. Nice give-and-go action, just things moving a little bit too quickly. Bearcats a bit out of sync, but I think that's when that chemistry will start to pay dividends.
And it's also, early in the shot clock, you don't have to force that second pass. It seemed like the didn't really have a nice window to get the passes. Provino again off from 3. Bounce pass to Castillo, end-to-end, a little too strong, no good. Ball batted around. Leung hits the deck to grab it. Ball still loose.
And looks like they're going to call a foul there, David?
Yeah, I think it's going to be on the Bears, and it'll be Baruch's ball on the far side.
Great hustle out of Leung. Jumping on that loose ball, wrestling on the ground, able to get that one loose, and enough to draw the foul.
Mansour on the foul for the Bears. That's her first. It'll be Leung up top. Playing on the cymbal, looking for options. Yee with the pick left. Leung's going to take it. Step back jumper, and that's right through. Able to knock it down. And that's Alyssa Leung's first basket as a Bearcat, as Kennedy shoots a 3 on the other end. No good. It's Yee who comes away with it. Ooh. Castillo falls down, able to get the ball. as Val Michi's able to lay it in. Wow, nice pass there. She hits the deck. Looks like she almost slipped or her leg gave out. Either one. Able to find Michi underneath for the layup.
Yeah, Bearcats definitely jumping out now after that timeout. Seems that they're on the same page.
As Castillo tips it away, and it'll stay with St. Joseph's. Nice hustle play there as a dangerous cross-court pass by the Bears. Ball to be inbounded right in front of us here. Kennedy looking for options, finds Mansour on the inbound. Back to Kennedy, crossover move, has Castillo draped all over her, looking for options. No one coming to the ball, and Kennedy has to go up with the right hand, almost gets that to fall. Castillo draped all over her.
Castillo going coast to coast. And Leong knocks down the long two. So 2 for 2 from the field for Leong. Really nice looking shot there, David. Gonna want to see her get some more looks, not just facilitating, but also being an option.
Leong already 4 assists in 18 minutes, so definitely doing the facilitating. But to your point, now getting some of the baskets herself. Provino now looking for options to Mansour at the free throw line, working on the smaller Leong. Nice smart play there by Mansour, a little too strong, and I don't think she realized when she turned, she had time to look at the basket and make a play. Rushed it maybe just a little bit.
Especially with the mismatch there in that post, but
I mean, when she came around that corner, wide open, right to the basket.
Yep, and total credit for Leong getting down, playing against the 4s and 5s. So it's going to be a different look here for the Bearcats with Baccarella at the point, but they're going to call. Did you see the call on the floor there, David?
I didn't. I think they're saying when she came around, but I'm not sure where the contact was.
Yeah, they didn't signal.
That egregious.
So nonetheless, St. Joe's will regain possession.
So it's Breen into the paint. A touch foul here on the outside.
Once again, Bearcats starting to rack up fouls early.
Go to their third here with a little less than 4 minutes gone. That's Michi's second in the last minute or so. Now, Bears inbound. It's going to be Breen up top. Michi draped off her. Now it's Kennedy going to take it to the corner, trying to find O'Donnell inside. Working out of a double team, gives it up top to Dugan, who's able to rattle it home.
So St. Joe's able to get another 3-ball. But not before Mia Castillo answers right back. Some nice ball movement there by the Bearcats, able to find the freshman on the low block.
And that's twice now Dugan's able to knock down from 3 for the Bears, as we saw last possession. Got to take that shot away from her if she's going to pull up from outside.
And, David, you're seeing a lot of these St. Joe's 3 attempts. When they're pulling them, they're highly contested. These aren't wide-open looks or finding the extra pass. These shots are a little bit deeper than you'd probably like, and then certainly a lot of pressure by the Bearcats. So not a huge surprise that St. Joe's is shooting from a pretty low percentage from deep.
As they're only 2 of 20 so far, and both by Lauren Dugan.
Nonetheless, still a 14-point game here. Whereas the Bearcats had that early 15-point lead in the first quarter. It looked like they might have been able to run away with the first half, but St. Joe's staying in this one.
Oh, it's O'Donnell really getting position all alone underneath. She's calling for it now. Now Kennedy to Dugan. Now inside to O'Donnell. That's what you want. Shot's not going to count. It's going to be a shot clock violation. I don't know if you saw earlier in the possession there, but she was pleading for it, really working against Baccarella underneath.
Yeah, at the same time, credit to O'Donnell working the in and out, not trying to draw that offensive 3 seconds, but wide open down low. That's the look St. Joe's is going to want if they want to stay in this one.
Not only that, I mean, it's one-on-one, and at one point there was, nice move there by Leong, able to create her own shot.
So Leong, 3-3 from the field, and nice hesitation move, able to draw the defender, create some separation. And
wonder if you have to think if the coaches were talking to her, telling her to be a little bit more aggressive here in the second half, knowing what she's capable of, and now the Baruch faithful is finding out themselves.
And Coach Petrozzo's cutting the offense loose, telling everyone to push.
It's going to be Castillo on the right wing. Gives it inside to Yee. High shot, no good. And that's going to be a jump ball. Nice play there by Baccarella. And that's going to stay with the Bearcats underneath. Ball inbounded to Lee Young. Swung around the perimeter. Deludi just checking into the game. Going to drive. She's fouled. Shot no good. But she'll go to the line to shoot two.
David, I like that drive by Deludi a lot. Able to just come in head full of steam and generate some momentum there. Able to draw the foul. But, again, just a good aggressive look. And especially as everyone gets comfortable playing with one another, you're going to want to see a lot more of that.
Rattles around, no good. Baruch leading by 16. Mia Castillo currently leading the way with 18, 9, and 7. And Deludi's second is good. He's able to find the stroke after the second one.
Once again, another Bearcat scoring their first collegiate points there on that second attempt by Deludi. As there's going
to be a lot of firsts for a lot of these players. Baruch, as we mentioned earlier, dressing 10 freshmen this year. Only one sophomore and 2 juniors with no seniors on the squad. So,
Number 10, Sofia Encarnacion.
And Encarnacion will come into the game. And Breen will be at the line as Baruch have picked up their 5th foul, so that'll send the Bears to the line in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, so once again, the Bearcats finding themselves in the bonus, committing a few fouls that they might not have had to commit necessarily, but that'll keep St. Joe's pretty active at the free throw line, but Leong pushing the ball quick.
Castillo, corner 3, a little too strong, as O'Donnell comes away with the rebound for the Bears. Now up to Dugan running the floor. Nice move there by Lauren Dugan. A little Euro step action, able to finish off glass. Leong crossover move. Ooh, reverse layup. And it's going to be a tie-up between Yee and, if I'm not mistaken, Provino underneath, so it'll go back to St. Joseph's.
And, yeah, some of these jump ball quicks are coming pretty quick. It looked like Millie Yee would have won that tie-up, but nonetheless, St. Joe's regains possession.
Breen's 3 a little short, no good. O'Donnell on the rebound. That ball's knocked away, though. It's going to be Leong up to Yee. Nice find there. A little too strong, though, for Baccarella, who's able to come up with the loose ball, but I think Yee was fouled underneath.
And let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be on. That's on Millie Yee. Yeah, kind of took out the legs of the defender there when she hit the deck.
And that'll send the Bears to the line. An opportunity to cut it to 11.
2 shots for Alexis Breen.
Breen 4 of 4 from the line tonight, struggling from the field, only shooting 14% as she rattles home her 5th free throw.
And Breen's good on the second. So 11-point game here. St. Joe's is not going away.
As Castillo has it in the front court, and that's the issue. When you're in the penalty, you're going to give them a lot of free points towards the end of the quarter, already the second quarter in a row, where we've seen probably about a combined almost 7-8 minutes of the Bears being in the penalty and able to go to the line and get free points. Really helped them at the end of the second quarter, as now Yee's baseline jumper off back rim, no good. It'll be Kennedy on the rebound, and she'll be able to push. Looks ahead. Dugan ahead of the pack. Dangerous pass, though, as looks like 3 Bearcats in Encarnacion, Yee, and Leong were able to catch up to Dugan. Now the bounce pass outside to Encarnacion. Now gives up to Leong, inside to Castillo. Wide open layup. Nice play there by the Bearcats on the offensive end. Now O'Donnell quickly pushing the tempo right into the paint, off glass and in. Quickly answers that bucket on the other end by Castillo. Crossover move there. Bounce pass outside to Leung. Baseline jumper is good.
So I believe that's Leung's 4th field goal attempt and 4th field goal made. Perfect 100% for the freshman, as we're seeing some more back and forth basketball here.
Ooh, sloppy play there by the Bearcats, and then sloppy play there by the Bears. Castillo comes away with it. Bounce pass into the front court. Baccarella over to Yee, a little too strong. And Baccarella trying to corral it. Instead, it'll go off her last, and it'll go to the Bears.
So now Michi will check back in for Millie Yee. Both adding some experience to this young Baruch Bearcat lineup.
And Breen brings it into the front court. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Inside to O'Donnell. Oh, double team comes, kind of slips under and able to finish around Castillo, and that cuts it back to a single-digit game. Baruch lead by 9. Leung into the front court, covered by Provino. Kicks it outside. Michi, corner 3. No good. Ball batted around loose. Michi gets her own rebound. Castillo now up top. Baruch get a fresh 20. Gives it back outside to Michi. Michi, nice little crossover move. Ooh, dribbles a little too high, loses it. Castillo comes in from the free throw line, no good. Michi on the rebound on the baseline. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Katrozos with 1:32 remaining, and he is heated. Did not like that possession one bit. So, in your home opener here at Arc Arena, Baruch leads 51-42. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and Facebook Live. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's going to be Bearcats ball with 19 on the shot clock, 1:32 on the game clock. And Encarnacion will inbound.
So not sure if you can hear the St. Joe's game plan there, but Leung, again, a ton of hustle. Picks that ball back up.
Pushing it to the front court at the free throw line now, Castillo.
And they're going to call another travel there.
You take too many steps and just moving a little too quick than the basketball.
Again, kind of matter, we spoke about this earlier, but just a matter of establishing that plant foot and slowing the feet down a bit, especially as you're kind of moving into the shot. Hard to control some of that momentum.
So it'll be Breen into the front court. O'Donnell again, posting up. Wants it on Castillo, gets fouled, and go to the line to shoot 2. You hear Coach Flahoff telling her to get in the paint, wanting to feed the offense through O'Donnell. Also, something else I noticed during that last timeout, O'Donnell doing a lot of the talking in that huddle too, really talking to the team, letting them know where. I think they were talking about positioning, but also just their overall mentality of how they've been playing in the second half.
Totally, and that's kind of what you expect out of some of your veteran leaders. O'Donnell listed as a senior, so brings a lot of experience to the St. Joe's lineup. And those are the players you want to rely on, especially in situations like this where you could probably use some rallying in the later portion of the third going into the fourth. But once again, David, kind of going back to that point, St. Joe's isn't out of this one, where it looks like every time the Bearcats are going to run away, St. Joe's able to slow down.
Yep, only an 8-point game now as the Bears were only 1 of 2 at that last trip from the free throw line, and Bearcats are off again, and the Bears can still cut more into this lead. Crossover move by Provino. Oh, nice little scoop layup is no good, batted around. And Gomez thought she was fouled underneath. No call, and it'll be back with the Bearcats. Castillo going end to end. Ooh, finds Diluti, can't finish. Castillo able to get the board though and put it back. Getting back to double digits, 10-point game. It's going to be a double dribble against Gomez as she had position. Looks like an interesting play there. Definitely a defensive hand was in there, but from our angle, I thought it was poked away, but it might have been a little bit of a bobble.
Yeah. Not total possession there, as Castillo will take the ball up for the Bearcats. A little bit slower of a look here.
Well, they can't hold for last shot. The shot clock and game clock are basically identical. Oh, nice play by Castillo. Crossover move and able to hit the floater. The Bears will have last shot. 8 seconds left. Make it 7, 5. It's going to be O'Donnell out to Provino, who's been ice cold from 3. She's no good. Michi on the rebound. And that will take us to the fourth quarter. Baruch with a 12-point lead, 55-53. Trying to get off the beginning of the season with a perfect start here at your home opener. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and Facebook Live. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. It is the fourth quarter as Baruch lead by 12, trying to win their season opener here against St. Joseph's of Brooklyn. An interesting stretch for St. Joseph's. They start 3 out of their first 4 games against the CUNYAC division. They have to play Hunter and Brooklyn College in 2 of the next 3. 3 ball there. Ooh, off the stanchion by Diluti. It's going to be no good, and it'll go back to the Bears, who have an opportunity to start chipping into this lead as they need to make a move quick here in the early fourth.
Yeah, it's really about the start here for either side just to set the momentum for the finishing frame of this one.
And once again, trying to force it to O'Donnell. The double comes, and they're going to call a foul underneath. They're going to call it on Mia Castillo. That's going to be her third. Provino to inbound. Ooh, Dugan almost took too many steps. Provino now inside to O'Donnell. Outside to Gomez. Baseline jumper, no good. Castillo comes away with her 11th rebound. Nice pass up top to Diluti, able to lay it in.
A really nice find there by Castillo, able to find a cutting Diluti pretty much the full distance of the court. So good start here for the Bearcats in the fourth quarter.
Now inside to O'Donnell. Double team's going to instantly come. Nice D there, no good by O'Donnell. She's really going to be up against it, trying to work against 2 Bearcats. Ooh, nice Euro step by Castillo. Shot no good, but she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
And smart play there by Castillo, knowing that there's probably going to be someone down low able to draw some contact.
we obviously do our research on the game, but haven't had a chance to be around the team much or really see any of the preseason games. So when you're looking at stuff, you think Castillo, 5'7", really going to probably play a forward role on this team.
Yeah.
Very much has been the ball handler tonight, and have seen Leung as well, but I've seen Leung play a bit off of her. It's been very impressive. Obviously, Castillo having a career night here on the first night as a Bearcat, as O'Donnell's layup is no good, and Castillo once again will push. And right to the basket, able to finish with the right hand. That's going to give her 27 on the night. And Gomez going past Castillo, can't finish. A little short on the layup. Ooh, bounce pass from Castillo to Deluti. Ball still loose. Michi comes away with it. They're going to call jump ball. Once again, Brian, to your point earlier, very quick whistle as that's going to go back to the Bears.
Yeah, David, also worth noting on the broadcast, Castillo in her collegiate debut is just an assist and a rebound away from a triple-double. So clocking in at 27 points. 12 rebounds there. So just waiting on that final assist.
And now Kennedy inside for the Bears. Ooh, nice little spin move there. Shot's way short, though, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. And it's funny, she's having a great night, and you see Coach Cotrozos really getting on her. I think it's more, he wants to see more from her on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And she's been up against it, going up against O'Donnell in the paint.
Yep, definitely seeing some good things from this. So Bearcats make their substitution.
Can't say Coach Flayhouse incorrect on that one. It looked like they did set with 6 players on the court. And that's going to be steps there for Dugan. Excuse me, Duggan. Mia Castillo takes the pick. Jumper by Leung. Knocks it down, and there it is. A triple-double for Mia Castillo in her Bearcats debut.
I don't think you can draw up a better way to make your collegiate debut if you're Mia Castillo. So congratulations to her, and certainly going to be exciting to see what she and this young Bearcat squad can do over the course of the 2021 season, David.
And, of course, facetiously saying no pressure on this game number 2 of the regular season.
Yeah, of course. That follow-up game definitely setting the standard really high. So, again, big accomplishment here.
But if you've tuned in tonight, you've seen what would be most for a career night, yet the career of Mia Castillo just starting. So we'll see what's yet to come. As the Bearcats still lead by 16, the Bears need to hit some shots. Dugan for another 3, knocks down back-to-back threes. And the Bears are slowly creeping back into this, only 13 now. Ooh, Yee finishes with the right hand, back up to 15. As Millie Yee has 6 on the evening, couple that with 3 rebounds. And now Breen into the paint, kicks it out. Dugan, been their hottest three-point shooter. They're almost their only three-point shooter tonight here. And now a pass ahead to Deluti. He's able to finish with the right hand. Nice end-to-end play, and you have to wonder how much more till we see maybe some of the other bench come in for the Bearcats, as they're close to having a stranglehold on this one here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah, just nice stretch here by the Bearcats. As I say that, turnover on Baruch, but again, just stringing together a lot of nice possessions, both ends of the ball, able to capitalize and then get some big stops. So, yeah, to your point, David, I wonder how deep Coach Cotrozos will go into the bench here in the final few minutes. But as of now, looks like the same lineup.
And honestly, not saying he hasn't gone deep already. He's already used 11 of his roster. So, really not much left to see from the Bearcats. And, of course, that is, Brian, the announcer's jinx that you just gave the Bearcats on the other end.
Yeah.
That missing shots will, of course, be
our fault.
And he'll stay with the Bearcats underneath as Valmichi quickly checks back into the game. And Deludi will come to the bench. Need to inbound. It's Castillo in the corner. She'll pull a three. Little too strong. Offside rim. And now it goes back to the Bears with Kennedy pushing it. Going against the smaller Leung. Has to circle back. Ball swung around the perimeter by the Bears. Nugan has a corner wide open three. Around and out. No good. And it'll be Yee on the rebound. She has an opportunity to slow things up. Ball swung around the perimeter. Baccarella. Oh, gets it stuck in the rim. That's a rarity. As O'Donnell and Encarnacion check back into the game.
So the ball pretty stuck.
After a few attempts, got it down, and it'll stay with the Bearcats on the possession arrow. Then Millie Yee to inbound under her own basket. Looking for options. It's going to be Leung up top. Valmichi gets that one to go off back iron, and it's 68-49. And it's going to be a double dribble on Breen, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
And yeah, big game out of Valmichi as well. Definitely serving as the Bearcats' secondary scorer here in opening night. Her 14th. So Natalie Eberhall checking back in, and Castillo at the top.
Castillo goes right wing, handoff to Michi. Now up top to Eberhall, looking for options. Ooh, Yee was cutting instead of handoff to Encarnacion, going right into the paint, kicks it back out to Michi. She'll take a three. Off back iron, no good. Eberhall gets a hand to it, unable to corral it, and O'Donnell goes the other way. O'Donnell pull up three. Off front iron, no good. It'll be Millie Yee. And I'm very surprised Coach Catrozo still wants to keep the up-tempo as Castillo goes straight to the basket and able to finish with the right hand. O'Donnell cross-court pass. It's going to be dug in for three. Shot no good. Eberhall rips the rebound away. Oh, but O'Donnell, nice quick hands there, able to get the steal. Provino swings it around to Duggan. And the foul there is going to be on Millie Yee. That's going to be her third. Kennedy gets a turnaround three. Knocks that one down from the left wing. Nice shot there. Maybe a little too late here, though, for the Bears of St. Joseph's. Ooh, cross-court pass by Michi. Kind of tipped away, almost stolen. Instead it goes to Yee. Floater no good. Ball knocked around. Ooh, she hits the deck hard. And it looked like almost everyone stopped for about a half second as Breen now pulls it back. Has Castillo draped on her. Provino over to Kennedy. Kennedy straightaway three. Shot off back iron. No good. Ball's batted around. And I think it was Castillo on the rebound. They're going to say it was an off-ball foul. Loose ball foul, by Breen. And Castillo will bring it into the front court. Ooh, what a pass to Leung. Can't finish. What a find, though, by Castillo. Little backdoor action.
So the table's going to reset the clock, but David, super impressed by Mia Castillo, the different phases in her game. So not just obviously leading the Bearcats with 29 points, but also just the court vision and the ability to facilitate for her teammates as well. So.
And we talked about it before, very much playing a point forward role on this team. helping out on O'Donnell, covering her right now one-on-one. Obviously, the rebounds are there with 14 of them. You mentioned the points and then the 11 assists. So really doing it on both ends. And Coach Catrozos must have really liked what he's seen from his, not only just Mia Castillo, but obviously her leading the way, but really liked what he's seen from this Bearcat team tonight as they lead by 18 down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of really good takeaways, and certainly if you're across the conference in the CUNYAC, this is putting everyone on notice a bit that this team's young, but you certainly have some big options that you're able to go to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the depth was there. We saw it tonight. I mean, we'll continue to see what the rotation looks like moving forward, but definitely if you have obviously consistency has to be there. We can't be talking about Mia tonight and not speak about her for another game or two. I don't think that'll be the situation, but you have to like what you see if you're Coach Catrozos with his obviously a lot of new players, but also Val Michi, Millie Yee going to really be the leadership on this team.
Yeah, so just a lot of the pieces coming together, getting their first official game.
And about 2:45 remaining away from, 2:45 away from their first official win. And Baltimore checking back into the game as Encarnacion comes to the bench, and Castillo will shoot 2. Knocks down the first. Only 8 threes from the Bearcats tonight, so really have been able to get inside the paint. Also plus 20 on the boards, which, I mean, coming into the game, just, based on the position depth, you saw the forward depth for the Bears of St. Joseph's that they would have that advantage. O'Donnell's played well, but outside of that, when it's a team effort on the rebounding front.
Totally, and Baruch dominating the boards here tonight, and I think that's really paid dividends, able to extend some of these offensive possessions and certainly just corral the ball on the defensive end and push it past the timeline with a lot of pace.
Also as Baltimore gets it inside. Nice find there by Castillo. Nice hesitation move, too. Also, I'm very curious, is this the Bearcats that we're going to see, or is this something that Coach Catrozos, in terms of the transition game and the quick pace, or is this something Coach Catrozos just knew that they could exploit St. Joseph's with?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, like you said, as the team begins to develop a little bit of that identity.
Because even now, I mean, you're up 19 now and late in the quarter, you still hear him yelling, push the ball, push the ball. So it's very, it's almost like the identity that they're going to want to play with. And if they plan on going with 11 deep, that's something they're going to be able to do because they'll have the legs to do it.
Yeah, that's a really great point, David.
As Grant has checked back into the game for the Bearcats, it'll be dug into the paint. Nice block there by Baltimore from behind. Once again, it was Ebelhop there. Baltimore and O'Donnell fighting for it, and it's going to go off Baltimore last. And it'll be Mia Castillo getting a warm ovation from the bench as she comes off the floor tonight in what would I assume is her last action of the evening. And a monster game from Castillo in 34 minutes. She had 30 points, 14 boards, and 12 assists.
Always nice getting to that round number, too. Glad she eclipsed the 30-point mark.
I never know because, the coaches, they get the stat sheets probably in between quarters and whatnot.
Probably not time
out. Does Coach Catrozos know, or is like someone telling, there has to be something.
I'm going to guess that that's a no, but it certainly worked out.
It seems a little coincidental.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a timeout on the floor with 1:24 remaining. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and Facebook Live. And we are back. 1:24 remaining. Baruch leading by 17. And started, 15-point lead after the first quarter. Really kept the foot on the pedal for maybe, except for brief moments maybe in the second where they kind of got outplayed. But ever since then, really stranglehold on this game.
Absolutely. Like you said, a few lapses, but for the most part,
we were almost in the action on that one as Leon came over to the to the announcer table.
Yep, but Baruch doing a really good job, especially in that second half, just kind of getting back to their game plan.
And Pena checking in for the first time tonight for the Bearcats. Ebel Hall has it now, looking for options. Is a handoff to Grant. Over to Leung, and she's the only starter remaining in the game. Nice find there to Grant. Grant with the right hand, able to get it down. And those are her first points as a Bearcat. So
yep, a lot of first points here tonight.
Something tells me there'll be a lot of firsts for a lot of these ladies on the court here tonight as Baruch's playing with a rather young team.
Yep. So we love milestones here in the broadcast booth.
It'll be Leung up top with 30 seconds remaining, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Handoff there to Pena. Looking for options, trying to get her Pena off the snide. Now Leung into the paint with the left hand, a little too strong. Grant gets the rebound, goes up with it, O'Donnell on the block. And they're going to call a foul there as Grant got smacked on the forehead or side of the head, and that's going to send her to the line to shoot two. O'Donnell still putting in a lot of hustle for this Bears team, though, even down with 11 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, definitely major credit to her and the rest of the starters who've played close to a full game here for St. Joe's.
So impressive game for O'Donnell as she had 17 points and 11 boards tonight. It's a nice double-double to start the season. You could tell already for this Bears team that she's going to be a mainstay player type of player for them this season.
Absolutely.
Grant off on the second. Ball still loose. Comes back out to her. It's going to be a jump ball. It's almost that moment. Are we really going down for this in 7 seconds left? And they both kind of made the decision, yes. So it'll go back to the Bears. 7 seconds remaining here. They'll roll it in, and this will be the final possession of the game with Breen into the front court. Gives it up to Duggan. Looking for shot. Pull shot, no good, and that'll do it here at the Arc Arena as Baruch get their first W of the season over St. Joseph's of Brooklyn, and a great start for these Baruch Bearcats led by Mia Castillo.
So, yeah, Mia Castillo posting the triple-double in her collegiate debut. So the Bearcats were led by her 30 points, and, again, you saw a lot of good things in this very young lineup, so as they kind of get more experience together and gel, it's going to be exciting to see what this team can do.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Triple-double in her first game, monster game, and, they're right back at it in 2 days as they have to travel to Keene University for the Keene Cougars tournament. They play Keene University themselves on Friday night, followed by the depending on how they do, but the winner/loser matchup of Stevens versus or Eastern Connecticut. So really no rest time. But if you're looking for your next broadcast, it'll actually be a week from tonight. They'll be hosting, and they have two broadcasts on the 17th and the 19th. They'll be hosting the Merchant Marine Academy on the 17th, and then they'll have SUNY Cobleskill come to town on the 19th, and then we actually go to Hunter on the 3rd. So it's a lot of basketball going to be picking up, and can't believe A, it's almost Thanksgiving, and B, it's great to be back. Like we mentioned earlier, 627 days away from Baruch, from the Arc Arena itself.
Yep, great to be back giving you live action here at the Arc Arena, and it's going to be an exciting season for this Baruch women's basketball team.
Yep, so we'll have some men's basketball as well next week, and it's going to be an exciting time if you're a Bearcat. But what a great start for this women's Bearcat team. Once again, your final score is 75-56 in favor of the Bearcats of St. Joseph's. You've been watching Baruch College Basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and Facebook Live. For Brian Flannery, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.